Good evening, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching as always. I'm really disappointed with Reform UK's housing policy that's been announced today. I'm going to get into a couple of specific points that I want to make everybody aware of. For those of you who have not subscribed, please consider it, it helps the channel out a lot. I'm up in Runcorn and Helsby. Sarah Pochen is my MP. I stand by previous comments, she is an improvement on Labour MPs we've had for the past 50 years. That is damning with faint praise. You could literally not deck your constituents in the street, and you would be better than Mike Amesbury, the last MP. That's not a ringing endorsement. And if Reform UK are serious about winning working class populations in the north of England, their better get a heck of a lot better, or something bigger, badder, and more patriotic is going to replace you. What I want to get into first of all is this that was put out earlier on today ahead of Lee Anderson and I think it was Richard Tice's press conference. This is the first thing. 500k affordable homes for working Britain. Sounds nice, but look at the phrase use, affordable homes. Affordable homes is the phrase that was used by David Cameron, I believe, when he first came in 2015. It means that you get to own a stake in a house. You don't get to own your house outright, and you'll be on a shared ownership and paying rent. It does nothing, absolutely nothing, to address the fundamental issues with the housing market in Britain. I'm not necessarily got a problem with 500k homes. Let's be honest, Angela Rayner pledging to build over 1 million homes in Britain, and we're nearly halfway through the Parliament, doesn't look like it's going to happen. So the actual number I haven't got an issue with is the terminology that's being used. This tells me that Reform UK is completely committed to the housing bubble and the inflated property prices in this United Kingdom, and they're not serious about changing the underlying issue here, and that's what I want to call attention to. Then my MP, Sarah Pochen, had the barefaced cheek to advertise this as some sort of win over the weekend when she went to a new housing development site in Helsby, calling it a big win. Let's have a look at this piss poor video and what she's got to say for herself.
This afternoon, I'm here with Sandy, the Chief Executive of Onward Homes. Had a really interesting visit to this site here, Pavilion Park in Helsby. Onward Homes are building 215 homes here. We've had 38 completions already, and it's a great addition to the community. The quality is lovely. I'm sat here in the show home this afternoon, and gosh, I'd love to live here myself. So, Sandy.
Yeah, we're an organisation that invests in the communities we work in. This is providing accommodation that's affordable to rent and live in or buy for local people, and that's why we're here as a housing association doing this. And I'm delighted you like the houses.
So look, a responsible house provider that we're keen to support, and I'd welcome anybody that is interested in coming and looking at one of these homes to get down here. It's a lovely show home.
Nobody can afford these homes. Nobody can afford these homes when the basic unskilled income for a working class person in Britain is £25,000 a year. And then you look at what they're referring to as affordable homes. We'll get into that next. So when you look at what they're actually offering here is 10% to 75% ownership of a house, and then they pay the rest in rent. This is what they're referring to when they're referring to affordable homes. Not full ownership. You're never going to get full ownership. You will own nothing and be happy. Reform UK seems to be firmly committed to that idea. And then you look at the prices. Let's be conservative, shall we, for a change? 10%. Let's say you want to buy 10% of one of these new properties in Helsby. What are you going to be set back at? Look at this: £104,000, £122,000, £100,000, £88,000, and that's just for a sliver, a tiny slice of what's being put on offer. And this is what Reform UK is saying is going to win them the next election. This is outrageous. People in Runcorn, people in the Red Wall will not accept this. It's nowhere near where it needs to be. It's nowhere near good enough for any patriot in Britain. I'm not accepting this. I wouldn't vote for this. From my MP, Sarah, if you're watching this video, I wouldn't vote for you based on this. This is abysmal. This is appalling. You're essentially urinating on us and calling it rain. It's an absolute disgrace. And then you get on to the next bit when they're defining British people. I don't necessarily have an issue with them saying that married people are going to get priority over non-married people. That's perfectly understandable. That's perfectly fine. That's one of the only things in the policy that I have not got a problem with. But then they say British born. And this is the thing again with Reform UK's definition. British born would mean infinite amounts of Welsh choirboys from Rwanda would qualify for social housing and would qualify for these affordable homes because that's what they think a British person is. If you're born to foreign parents who have got British citizenship and you were born in Britain, you are British born. This is the issue. It's not been thought through. It's nowhere near close to good enough. And the definition for what defines a British person has not been settled. I look at GB News and Talk TV today, and this is what they're bickering over. The fact that married people are going to take priority over non-married people. They're not even narrowing down what a British person means, who's going to qualify. And the elephant in the room is Reform UK are fully committed to the housing bubble and the way things currently are. They're tinkering around the edges and they are not serious. These are just my thoughts as a critical friend to Reform UK. I wouldn't vote for this at the next election. Would you vote for this? This is unacceptable. It's nowhere near good enough. These are just my thoughts. You may think I'm being overly harsh. I think I'm being exceedingly polite. The working class people of Britain deserve better than what's being offered by Reform UK and the Labour Party. This is disgusting. Anybody who thinks Reform UK is serious about fixing the country after this nonsense today, this tosh, should be checked into a mental institution. I appreciate your time today. Thank you for watching as always.